Back with you in the DNVR Avs pod, and we are season previewing. Now, of course, make sure you're checking out all of our division previews because we've thrown all those up, and we're taking you by position for the Colorado Avalanche ahead of puck drop on the 2024-2025 season. Nick Gismondi, Gizmo with you here, and of course, luckily I'm alongside Rudo and Big E. We're moving on to the defense right now, and this is a good position for the Colorado Avalanche. If you're an Avs fan, which of course you are because you're watching us right now, and you know we got the best coverage in the city, like anywhere. The Avs defense is in the best spot it's been in. Just a night ago, if you're watching this after the third preseason game, Coach Bednar talked about the fact that, hey, listen, it's a luxury to be able to potentially carry 8 defensive players. I like the way that the defense is shaping up. Of course, you've got Cale Makar. I am in love with the addition of Calvin DeHaan because I think he brings some veteran presence to that blue line, and he plays the way he knows how to play, and he's smart. The one thing that you've got, unfortunately, with some of these younger players in the NHL defensively right now is that they're a little bit too eager to make that extra pass. It forces turnovers, and then they're tentative to be aggressive, and they think they always have to go for that big hit when then they could easily just sit back and intimidate and pressure without that hit and potentially making a big mistake. But that's my take on the defense for the Colorado Avalanche. I think it's in a real good spot.
Go ahead, Rudo.
Look, unless you're brand new to hockey, we don't need to tell you about Cale Makar. He's the best defenseman on the planet. I don't think we need to go too in detail there. But the Avs have a very well-rounded defense. In my opinion, a better defense than they had last season, regardless of, we'll get into the bottom 4 guys playing for 2 spots. But Makar and Toews at the top of it, aces. You have Girard and Manson this year with Girard presumably ready to go for a full season. We saw how impactful his job in the lineup was last year.
And he seems good. We talked to him. You can catch that if you want to hear from the exclusive interview that DNVR had with Girard. We had a chance to catch up with him about his upcoming season.
Yeah, so looking forward to that pairing. Manson obviously brings that edge and physicality that the Avs lineup doesn't have a ton of, but him in there helps. And then you have a bottom 4, which, look, a lot of this preseason we've been shaping this as, who's going to win the battle? Is it going to be Malinsky? Is it going to be DeHaan, Shillington? I think the reality is all of them are going to play.
Yeah.
You're going to see, if you want to call it a battle still, go through the first month or 2 of this season, and by December I think they'll probably have a better idea of which ones they want in the lineup, but it's going to be all of them.
Malinsky played last night against Utah. He played about 20 minutes. The game before in Dallas, which, by the way, Coach Bednar was very, very happy about. Calvin DeHaan played the most of all defensemen. He played 20 minutes, had 2 blocked shots. So I think you're seeing that there's not necessarily a battle, but a luxury for the Avalanche.
The thing is, DeHaan does something that none of these other guys do. Mm-hmm. He, 1, is a veteran that brings that presence, but 2, he's a defense-first guy.
Yep.
He wants to sit in his own zone. He wants to stop the other team from playing effective hockey, whereas all of the other 3 may well have quality defensive zone aspects, but they are guys that want to move the puck forward and want to get the Avs going that direction. To me, my expectation is the Avs will lean on DeHaan because of that uniqueness to his game on that bottom pairing. Mm-hmm. But honestly, like I said, these guys, it may not even be a battle. It may be more of a rotation for that other guy getting into the lineup.
What you're going to get from DeHaan is he's not going to be blowing guys up, but he is going to kill plays with pressure and not overt aggression. And that's smart hockey, and that's veteran hockey, and that's an older guy on a young blue line. And I think that's where he brings that's where Calvin DeHaan's benefit comes for this hockey team.
Yeah, I mean, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put my manager hat on. I sleep really good at night. I really do. I'm a manager of the Avalanche right now. I'm a coach. Selfishly, I love that I got 8 caliber Ds. We've been saying this since last summer, since the signing of those guys. They're going to carry 8. None of those guys are going through waivers. None of those guys are going through waivers because they're going to get picked up. Okay? So you don't want to lose your depth. Now, as a player, 6 dress. Occasionally, they're going to see 7, right? We talked about that earlier, you and I. They're going to dress 7. Maybe not what they like to do, but sometimes out of necessity. God, the French took over. Necessity. They might have to dress 7, right? I do believe they're going to carry 22 on the roster, so you have, right, 12, 8, and 2. manager, selfish, love it. I'm 8 deep. Not only that, but I also have Rosen, McDonald, Barons on the deep, like in Loveland, which I love because now I sleep even better because those guys can come in and pitch, assuming that I'm going to get claimed on waivers, which I don't believe they will. I don't. Sean Barons doesn't need to, but at the end of the day, as a player, yeah, 6th dress really. So you're going to be unhappy, some sort of, but it doesn't matter. It's a long year. There's a little bit of mixture of everything. I do believe the top 4 are the best in the National Hockey League. If not, top 3, defensive cores on the top 4. And then now you're adding, DeHaan, Shillington, Malinsky. Like you said, they're going to find a way. And I think Bednar said it the other day in his presser without saying it, situational to who we're playing, right? We're playing a heavier team or you need more. Oh, DeHaan might be in there. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is, you need a right shot. Then, okay, Malinsky's going to go on the right. I wish nothing but health to that team, especially on the back end. I don't want injuries. No one wishes that. But if you don't have injuries, you have depth, you have options. And I think that it's very important going into the season, especially with the unknowns at forward, that you're very solid on the back end. And everybody's going to buy into it. And there's going to be a little bit of a rotation. And it's all good. And then everybody brings something different. And then you go. And they're going to be very successful on the back end.
There's one big defining factor I think that we haven't gotten into yet, but if you have something else, we can go to that first.
Go there.
Penalty kill.
Exactly.
DeHaan will penalty kill for this team.
And he'll be great at it. And because of the way he thinks defensively.
Agreed. It is a borderline necessity as a bottom pairing defenseman in the NHL that you can penalty kill. Sam Malinsky does not penalty kill. That maybe leaves an opportunity for Oliver Shillington to get in as that guy that maybe has an inside track. To be honest, I don't think Shillington has looked great through preseason. I think some of the puck movement has not been his best. But when you take a kid like he has, the raw talent that he has, you put him on a PK, tell him to simplify his game and just get pucks out, you can see something like that click, especially next to a veteran like DeHaan.
Mm-hmm. Again, I think that the most solid position for the Colorado Avalanche this year, without question, is their D-core.
100%.
And I think that in a system and a style that the Avalanche play, you need that to be good because they are shut down, but they're also very offensive. You're going to like the look of the penalty kill this year, too. I'm excited about where they're at defensively. That is the least of the worries for Avs fans or management. Our season previews continue to roll on. Make sure you check in with us because we've got them for all of the divisions, taking you through our rankings and where we think they fall. And not only that, but we're breaking it down position by position for you. It's the best Colorado Avalanche coverage in the city of Denver because it's the DNVR Avs pod. Keep watching. Thanks for being with us.